On you guys, Simchov Fitness here. So Alex Jones had just woke up to him being banned on the last remaining stronghold of social media, namely Twitter. So I'm going to go ahead. I took a look at it. At first I was kind of mad. I'm not going to lie to you. Basically, he got into this face of Oliver Dorsey or something like that. You look it up, look up the information, look up details. I'm just here to comment on the subject matter. He got up in this guy's face, right? And he starts talking about how this guy wants to control your life. He's evil, yada, 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 yada. So at first, when I first heard he was banned, I was mad. I was like, oh, man, here we go again. The liberals are crying rivers again, as they always do, trying to get the conservatives banned. And then I went ahead and I looked at the video for myself, because that's what I do. I go ahead, I hear both opinions, right? So I heard a left opinion, I heard a right opinion, right? Both commentators. And I draw my own conclusions based off of what I see. Now, like what's great about this is that there's actually, unlike some type of Twitter feud or something, there's actually photographic video evidence out there regarding this exchange between Alex Jones and Dorsey, right? And CNN's Dorsey. And I looked at it and I saw it and I evaluated it. And the bottom line is, I've concluded that Alex Jones did enough to get himself banned. He did enough to incite violence based off of the antics he has committed before this action, compiled with the fact of what he did. I would pass it off as doing enough to incite violence. Okay? If I go ahead to you and I said, you're an idiot, you're a total moron, you're a freaking waste of space, and I do all this with my finger, you are the bane of society, right? And I put my finger up in your face, I got up in your grill, that could, and then especially if I say, everybody, you see this man? You see this guy? He wants to control your life. Do you see how that transgresses? That goes from just free speech to inciting violence, right? That is violent words. And you got to really ask yourself, right? When, when Adolf Hitler came to power, he was never, I don't know, it's wondered whether or not he actually even killed a Jew himself, right? But certainly a lot of Jews died because of what he said. You see what I mean? See, there's one thing to have free speech, but there's another thing to incite violence and be violent. And I've known people like this in my life who they are dogmented in the reality. They only see what's directly in front of them. They only see what's in their mind. And they don't see any other way. Okay. And they're caught up in their own delusions. And they're violent, angry people. And they like to go around saying, I'm not angry, I'm not angry. But they act angrily and they behave in an angry way. They are angry. They're angry with themselves and they're angry with the people around them. But here's the question you really got to ask yourself. You really got to ask yourself, you got all these people, right? All these conservative talk shows that, you got Steven Crowder, Joseph Watson, Mark Dice, right? All these guys, right? And the list goes on from there. Right? Prager University. And they're just doing fine. They're not getting banned off all these social media groups. And they got also big file. I think Steven Crowder, he's got 2 million views now, 2 million subscribers. So don't tell me, because I don't think Alex Jones had that many subscribers. I mean, I think he had a couple million, but it's not I don't think it was significantly more than some of these big giants like PragerU and Steven Crowder. So you really just got to ask yourself, what is it that Alex Jones is doing? Because it's not about the conservatives. Because you got plenty of conservatives who are on the internet who have a huge subscriber base. So why is it that he's always the one getting himself into trouble? See, there's a limit. There's a limit between what's acceptable behavior and what's not acceptable behavior. Now, I see a lot of people, they go ahead, they'll tell they'll say, well, yeah, but the liberals do it all the time. The Democrats do it all the time. They incite anger and rage and all that all the time. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't make it a right for a guy from our side to go ahead, from the right, and do it and act a fool. And see how that works? Because they're not going to call their own people out. Right? But when we do it, it's definitely a problem. And it is a problem. Right? You can't go around acting like an animal. Right? I honestly got no pity for that Alex Jones character. I really don't. I don't have any pity for him at all. Because he acts the way he acts. He got up in that, and if you see the video, if you've seen the video, it's really heartbreaking. This dude looks real innocent. Like, even if he wasn't, in that particular moment, it just wasn't a good look for Alex. It just really wasn't. This dude, this meek little dude, looks like he could be Jewish, quite frankly. And not that matters, it just brings out my sympathies, because I am, right? This dude goes ahead and he's just sitting there, he's just standing there minding his own business. He put on a real class act. If this guy is really as much of a killer, I don't follow this stuff, but if this guy is really as much of a killer as Alex Jones was saying in the video, he sure hit it well. Because he looked like a class act. He looked just like a timid little schoolgirl. I mean, he looked innocent the day he was born. This dude looked so freaking innocent. And Alex Jones in that video looked like a bully. I'm sorry, I hate to call it like it is. The dude looked straight up like a bully. And he looked like he was about to take the poor guy's lunch money. And it just wasn't a good look. It wasn't like, oh yeah, we got the real monster now. It honestly just felt like the dude was being harassed. And he just sort of hangs his head in shame and gives a nervous little grin. And the dude looked innocent as hell. It was a bad look for Alex Jones. So, honestly, dude, listen, man. You rattle the can. You shake, you rattle people. And that's what you get. Right? It was due coming. It was due coming. That's the bottom line. You got what you deserved. You know, you knew what it was going in on something like that. You know that you were inciting violence. You know that, the words you were saying, talking about Nazis and Germany and Adolf Hitler. You know all that. You know what all that triggers people. And you did it anyway. You got up in his face anyway. So you know what? You're not going to get any sympathy from me. You brought it upon yourself, brother.